Hello and welcome to Internet Culture. This video corresponds to Quiz 8 and chapters 4.3 and 4.4 in the book Internet. We're looking at the website communication model. And one thing just to wrap up with this concept of localization is some other hilarious mismatches. So we have the Numa Numa dancer. Follow the progression of videos we have there. We also have Hat Baby, which began as an Arabic song, was translated into the misheard lyrics into Swedish, and then we have an English translation as well, one of the first big bizarre memes on the internet circa 2000, Hat Baby. Benny Lava, all of these kind of misheard lyrics are related to the psychological principle of pareidolia, and there's a short audio piece about that from Skeptoid. We know that two important pieces of information quality are that data digitization has made a lot of information available, and the internet has lowered the publication threshold. But what else can the internet do to help people understand information? What if people are disabled in some way? Or what if there's people who are technically ill-equipped users? How does the internet or how do these websites create tools to help people gain access? That is, what accessibility tools do they provide? Kind of a broad example is from the 2008 election. So looking across the internet, looking across multiple websites, how do these different websites communicate the same basic information differently? So we can look and we can see the Electoral College map in about a dozen different, from a dozen different news organizations. And they present the information, basically it's the same information, it's slightly different. So how is that different and what does that mean? Make sure you look at and watch the video from the Colbert Report where Nate Silver from 538.com describes how he comes up with his information. What is that grouping of information called? How does he describe that? And why is it important to talk about how you come to certain conclusions? Look on the elections.ny Times page. There's a disclaimer about New York Times polling standards. They discuss how they come to their conclusions. Another important piece of the website communication model is the maintenance tasks, are the maintenance tasks. So we ask the question, what are the best of the class doing? That is, not just in your city or town, but the world, the broader market. And Jeremy Stoppelman of Yelp, in a radio interview from On the Media, I want you to listen to that, discusses how his site has evolved to meet the needs of its users, its stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? What is the AWARE model? And in what ways does CBS or NCAA use the AWARE model on their websites? Going back to this idea of maintenance tasks, how can a publisher maintain the quality of information on a website while still projecting a user-centered website? For example, what do you do if you have trolls on your website who are bringing down the information quality? What if they're just talking smack? And in the case of Mark Blumenthal, the editor and publisher of Pollster.com, what if the second grade teacher can't use your website in their class because there's people dropping the F-bomb? I've included the story, the kind of text back and forth of what Mark Blumenthal did to restore, in an attempt to restore information quality on his very popular website, Pollster.com. Don't forget to pay attention to the due dates for the discussion comments on Essay 3 and for Quiz 8. Until next time, I will see you on the internet.